भारति विश्वमखिलं ब्रह्मादिदेवासुरा यत्सत्त्वादमृषैव भाति सकलं रज्जौ यथा हेर्भ्रमः यत्पादप्लवमेकमेव हि भवाम्बोधे स्थितिर्षावताम् वन्देऽहं तमशेषकारणपरं रामाख्यमीशं हरिम्। Hari Om. We were seeing the portion where Naradji is now giving the description of the to-be son-in-law of Himavan and Mainaji. And the description he gives is it's a subtle one, but they get scared just looking at the description. You know, he says the son-in-law is going to be Aguna Amana Matu Pituhina Udasina Saba Samsayachina Jogi Jatila Akamamana Nagana Amangala Besha Asa Swami Ehi Kahamilihi Parihasta Asirekha. So he's just reading whatever is there on her hand and he's telling all these things. But then we saw that all these attributes are actually the attribute of Bhagwan. So Aguna means the one who is Gunatita, beyond all three gunas. None of the three gunas affect Bhagwan. Amana. Amana means one who cannot be measured. Mana means to measure. Amana means one who cannot come in the ambit of any measurement. But even otherwise, Bhagwan is Nistutir Nirnamaskara. You know, when we bow down to Bhagwan, it is we who benefit. It is not Bhagwan is expecting some kind of namaskara. So Amana, not expecting anything from anybody. Matu Pitu Hina. He is the Mata and Pita of this entire Jagat, who will be mother and father of Bhagwan. Udasina Saba Samsaya China. Udasina because this knowledge is so clearly shining. And there is no samshaya. There is no doubt or any kind of duality that is perceived. But it is difficult. Bhagwan is difficult for us to get, even for yogis. Yogi Jatila, Akamamana, Nagana Amangala Besha. So this we had seen in our Bhagavad Gita class also. One who has understood this Sharira to be Amangala. And it is Vesha. That is why Bhagwan applies Vibhutis on his body as a reminder, not for Bhagwan, but for all of us, to have the right perspective with this body. So now while they are listening all these things, what happens next? We will chant after Doha number 67. भाषा उमा सुवचन हृदय शिव पद कमल स्नेहु मिलन कठिन मन भासंदेहु जानिकु अवसरु प्रीति दुराई सखियु छंग बैठी पुनि जाई झूठी न होई देव ऋषि वाणी सोचहि दंपति सखी सयानी उरधरि धीर कहई गिरिराऊ कहु नाथ का करियहु पाऊ कह मुनीस हिमवंत सुनु जो विधि लिखा लीलार देवदनु जनर नाग मुनि को न मेट निहार तदपि एक मैं कहूँ पाई कोई करे जो दैव सहाई जस बरु मैं बरनियु तुम पाही मिली उमहि तस संशय नाही जे जे बर के दोष बखाने ते सब शिव पही मैं अनुमाने जो विबाहु शंकर सन होई दोष गुण सम कह सब कोई जो अहि सेज शयन हरि करही बुध कछु तिन्ह कर दोषु न धरही भानु कृशानु सर बरस खाही तिन कह मंद कहत पुनाही शुभ अरु अशुभ सलिल सब बहई सुरसरी को अपुनीत न कहई समर्थ कहूँ नहीं दोषु गोसाई रवि पावक सुरसरी की नाई जो असहि शिषा करहि नर जड़ विवेक अभिमान हरहि कलप भरि नरक महु जीव की समान सुरसरि जल कृत बारुनि जाना कबहु न संत करहि तेहि पाना सुरसरि मिले सो पावन जैसे ईस अनीस ही अंतरु तैसे शंभु सहज समरथ भगवाना एहि विवाह सब विधि शंभु सहज समरथ भगवाना एहि विवाह सब विधि कल्याणा दुराराध्य पेयहि महेशु आशुतोष पुनि किए कलेशु जो तपु करे कुमारी तुम्हारी भाग्य मेटि सकहि त्रिपुरारी यद्यपि पर अनेक जग माही एहि कहाँ शिव तज नाही वरदायक प्रणतारति भंजन कृपा सिंधु सेवक मनरंजन इच्छित फल बिनु शिव वराधे कहियन कोटि जोग जप साधे अस कहि नारद सुमिरि हरि गिरिजहि दीन्हि असीस होई यह कल्याण अब संशय तजहु गिरीश सियावर रामचंद्र So now, Himavan and Mainaji. Suni muni gira satya jaya jani dukadam patihi uma harashani. All three of them must be standing there. Himavan and Mainaji, they start weeping. And Parvati ji is also shedding some tears. But there is a difference in both their emotions. He said both of them took the literal meaning. You know what we first saw, right? Aguna, Amana, Matu Pituhina. So they just took the literal meaning of it, whereas Parvati ji got smruti of her previous birth. And she realized that all of these descriptions are of Bhagwan Shiva, and now I am born again to do this tapasya. And my goal now is going to be Lord Shiva. And it is said, Naradahu yaha bhedu na jana, dasa eka samujhava bilagana. Dasha was same, both were shedding tears, but one was doing it because of Ananda, and another one was, feeling bad that what is the kind of son-in-law that we are going to get. Sakala sakhi girija girimaina pulaka sarira bhare jala naina. Everybody who was there, the friends, Parvati must be there. She was so young at that age. All her friends were there. Everybody was wondering what is happening. What is this Naradji he has told, and what will our Parvati ji get now? Hoina mrusha devarishi bhasha umasu bachanu hridaya dhari rakha. So Parvati ji now, after hearing Naradji, she says that whatever Naradji has said, that will not be false. It will not be otherwise. And this statement of Naradji, she has taken it to her heart. That, this is the vara that you are going to get. And that is Lord Shiva. And that alone you should strive for. Now you compare this quality with what was there before of Sati ji. In spite of Lord Shiva telling her, in spite of so many things being told to her, still she was insistent. Now you see the transformation where even one statement from a Rishi like Naradji, she says, this is the ultimate truth. If Naradji has said, then it is true for me. And then she will later on accept Naradji as her guru. And this much statement is good enough for her. She has already accepted him as his teacher, as her teacher. And even Himavan and Mainaji, you will see there faith in Shastra, faith in Rishi Munis, which shows Kula Shuddhi. Kula Shuddhi means what was said in Bhagavad Gita, right? That this jiva will be born in Yoginam Kule. Means in that family of yogis, this jiva is born now. So their Shraddha you will get to see in a while. Upajehu Sivapada Kamala Sanehu Milana Kathina Mana Bhasandehu. But in her heart she knows that Lord Shiva is not easy to get. Means I will have to put forth effort for it. But right now is not the time to express all my emotions. Jani Kuvasaru Preeti Durai Sakhi Uchanga Baiti Puni Jai. She just jumped and went and sat down with her friends. Just a playful, small little girl. So she went and sat back. Jhuti na hoi deva rishi bani sochahi dampati sakhi sayani. Now, just as Parvati ji is thinking that whatever Naradji has said will not go otherwise, will not be otherwise, it will not be some casual statement that he has said, it certainly will come true. And just as she was happy about it, Mainaji and Himavan, they also have this conviction. They also say that if Naradji has said, it has to come true. But Sochahi Dampati Sakhi Sayani, they started worrying about what is this? son-in-law. What is the type of this description that Naradji has given? Uradhari dhira kahai girirau, kahahu nataka kariya upau. But Himavan, he says, Naradji, now you only tell us what we should do. Because just if you leave us at this Bhavishyavani, you said you are drashta, you are not srashta, that is okay. But at least guide us how we should go ahead now. Kaha munisa himavanta sunu, jo vidhi likha lilara. Deva danuja nara naga muni kovuna metanihara. Naradji is telling Himavan that, oh Himavan, whatever is written in a person's prarabdha, he says that same thing will happen. And these 5 things, Deva means Devatas, Danuja, Danavas, Nara, Naga, Muni. Anybody, you say, these 5 people, all the Rishi Munis, all other Devatas, Naga, and everybody, human beings, none of them can change what is written in Prarabdha. But we should remember, this Prarabdha is my own earning from the past, which is presented now as Prarabdha, which is going to come in the future also as Prarabdha. This is that we cannot change. But then what do we do? This is there is an option. Tadapi ekame kaham upai. Even if this is the case, I will tell you one solution. Hoi kare jo dev sahai. And if everything works well, Bhagwan's grace is there, then this option will work. Jasa baru मैं bara neu तुम्हा पाही मिली ही उमही तसा samsaya nahi. The way that I have described all of this, there is no doubt that Parvati ji's husband is going to have all these qualities. Means, this always, the 2 points, of Prarabdha and Purushartha, they keep coming over and over again. And sometimes people have different, options that they want to try out. Nothing wrong in it, but there are different options that people try out. Himavan must have asked, should I change the direction of my mountain? Entry is from north side. Should I make it on west side or east side? That is one way somebody might want to change Prarabdha. But in general, how we should understand is, because it is my own Purushartha of my past, which is presenting itself as Prarabdha, to face this current Prarabdha also, I should put forth my Purushartha. And we will never be able to draw a line between where my Purushartha is and what is part of Prarabdha. In my Purushartha is my Prarabdha also included. He said, don't worry about that discussion. You will never find an answer. The only thing that we can do is, because it is my own earning, I have all the freedom to put forth effort right now in responding to that Prarabdha. Whatever that situation is, for a sadhaka, it could be developing good virtues, good qualities. He says, right now, the type of mind I have is the result of my Prarabdha. But that doesn't mean I'm a victim of that Prarabdha. You say, I have all my freedom to put forth effort right now. So apply it with any goal also. So right now, whatever I am, whichever situation I am in, you see, that is the result of my past Prarabdha. Nobody else is to be blamed. It is my own earning. But how I respond to it, in that there is a lot of freedom. So now what is Naradji's solution that we will see? Je je barake dosha bakhane, te sab siva vahi main anumane. Sunaina ji, and I don't know why I call Sunaina, it is Maina. Maina ji and Himavan, he's saying that all these qualities, whatever I described, I think, Anumana, I think all of them fit in Lord Shiva only. or all of them fit in Lord Shiva also. जो विबाहु संकरसन होई दोषव गुण सम कह सब कोई. If Parvati ji, her vivaha happens with Lord Shiva, then none of those doshas matter. Whatever doshas you felt were there, right? Aguna, Amana, Matu Pituhina. He said none of it matters if it is in Lord Shiva. First we'll see the literal meaning, then again we'll come back. Jo ahi seja sayana hari karahi buddha kachu tina kara doshana dharai. He's giving examples now. What the main point is, if the person who is having these qualities, if he is a samartha, he is all powerful, then even these doshas don't matter. Now he gives example of Lord Vishnu. He says, look at Lord Vishnu. He's sleeping on a serpent. Right? And that too in that milky ocean. Kshirabdi Shayana Narayana. But do people criticize him? Do they say that, look at Lord Vishnu is sleeping on a serpent? They say, no, people do dhyanam on that. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam. You see, that dosha is not, now you go and sleep on a serpent. Narad ji is telling her, you go and sleep, there will be dosha. He says, if Samartha has it, then all that doshas don't matter. Bhanu Krusanu Sarba Rasakhai Tina Kaha Manda Kahata Kohu Nahi. He says this Surya Devata, Bhanu Krusanu, Surya and fire, they dry away all moisture from everything. Means they do bhakshanam of everything. Sun does not distinguish, right, where it should fall and which moisture it should dry. He says everything that is available, that it soaks away. So as though it is eating everything. But because it soaks away everything, people don't find faults with them. Tina kaha manda kahata koho nahi. Nobody says, oh, look at that sun. He doesn't know which moisture to absorb and which one to leave. Subha aru asubha salila sabha bahayi surasari kou apunitana kahayi. He said, look at Ganga ji. So many things, so many different streams come to Ganga ji. But we never say it is Ganga ji's fault. We might call it because it is, getting polluted. That's a different discussion. Goswamiji's time, probably that was not the case. But he says it is not Ganga ji's fault. That dosha doesn't come to Ganga ji. People still worship it as a holy river. Then comes the main line. Samarata kahu nahi doshu gosai ravi pavaka surasari ki nai. Just as these examples, whatever I gave you, he says one who is samartha, one who is all powerful, that person doesn't have any dosha. Now somebody might say, what is this? What is Goswamiji trying to say over here? Let us read the next doha also. Jo asa hisisha karahinara jada viveka abhimana. He says at the level of this individual body, individual jiva, if somebody out of abhimana, out of pride for their position or knowledge or whatever, they try to imitate Bhagwan, then what is the result? Parahi kalapa bhari naraka mahu jivana isa samana. He says one who tries to do that goes to naraka for one kalpa. What do they try to do? Try to imitate Bhagwan as it is. So what is Goswamiji trying to say here? One, what he's saying is, as sadhakas, all of us have some dosha. As this individual, something or the other, some limitation will be there. Now, how do I overcome that limitation? You say overcome that limitation by taking support of Bhagwan. if that dosha gets connected with samashti, if that dosha, it is not an endorsement or some kind of justification. This sadhaka is trying hard to overcome it. This is the easiest way for us to go forward in that. In overcoming that quality, this is take support of Bhagavan. In this mind, as an individual mind, it will have a lot of impurity, lot of things which are there. But if I'm able to tune this individual mind to total mind, means sincerely invoke Bhagavan's grace and say, Bhagavan, this quality is there in me right now, and I want to overcome it. Now you help me to accomplish that. He says, if that is there, then this dosha also will not bother you. Because now that surrender that comes to Bhagavan is like that ocean, which is available to this little drop. Our Guruji gives a beautiful example. He says, if you take 1 spoon of salt, right? And then if you mix it in 1 glass of water, that glass will be very salty. But if you increase that quantity of water, then that salty taste which is there, it is not very much perceptible. You mix in a big pond of fresh water, it's as though it's not even there. So he says our doshas are also like that. Whatever limitations we have, sadhaka should be able to identify it first. Then only we can overcome it, right? If we don't even identify or try to justify it, he says that dosha will give a lot of sorrow. Not for anybody else, but for my own sake. This is first identify it and then sincerely seek Bhagavan's help to overcome it. So that 1 spoon of salt put in that big pond of fresh water, he says that dosha will gradually get washed away. We don't have to worry too much, because many a times some negative thought comes or some other krodha vritti or some kind of thought is there. If you try to hold on to it too much, then our own, it gets attached more and more. So in Vedanta, it is not much about analyzing our negativities. It is just recognizing them and putting that salt in that pond. And we should all see for ourselves about this dosha, the quality that Goswamiji is saying. He mentioned this before also in that Vandana Prakaranam when he did Khala Vandana. I had read a story once where one teacher, one guru, Mahatma Ji, he wanted to convey some point to his students. Whenever students say together, something or the other keeps happening, they come to the teacher and teacher has to give some upadesha. So somebody must have complained, that this student is bothering me, that student is bothering me. So this teacher said, so now all of you are sitting here, right? All the students were sitting. How many of you are good people? Raise your hand. Fully good, huh? No even small bit of negativity. Very, very good. Pure. How many of you? Raise your hand. Nobody raised. Again he asked, how many of you are bad people? Negativities, everything is there. Nobody raised. He said, what is the problem? Either you are here, either you are there. He says, no, there is an in-between. I myself am not able to decide sometime whether I am fully good or I am fully bad, because I see both these qualities in me. Sometimes there is sadhaka vritti, which is so elevating and so nice. But sometimes situations become in such a way that I am in the other direction. So neither I can say I am fully pure, nor can I say I am like all, victorious over everything, Kama, Krodha, Mada, everything I have won over. So then the teacher said, for yourself, you are not able to decide whether you are good or bad. How come you have decided so convincingly that this other person is bad? He said, just as you have both these things, that other person also has. And nobody is there in this creation who is having only one of these qualities. Even in the most good person that we see, if you spend some time, you will see some doshas. It might not be there, it might be our way of seeing it. And even if somebody is having all dosha, that is what we think, but even in that person, there will be some guna. He said, Bhagwan's creation is like that. All decisions also will be like this. They will always be mixed. You'll have guna, you'll have dosha. No decision we can say is a perfect, decision. Always there are two sides. Now, why are we doing this thinking? What is there for me in this? He says there is a lot of things. First of all, when interacting with others, don't become a judge. To say that this person is bad, this person is good. Don't label things so clearly. Vyavahara, we should know how to do with everybody. That also Goswamiji said, right? How our transaction should be with different people. He said that you should know. But there is no, pratishodha, no revenge or any other thing in your heart. So that is one thing. If I know that there is guna, dosha in everybody, so my transaction with others should be with this understanding that just as there are doshas, there are gunas also. And when it comes to me as a sadhaka, he says this doshas, I should be very, very careful. There I should not say, oh, doshas are there anywhere, everywhere. Here also let it be there. He says, no. There you recognize it and offer it to Bhagwan. So person who is able to do this, he says that person will be sadhaka and they will get Bhagwan's grace to remove that dosha. So that is the meaning of this chaupai, that one who is samartha, for them there is no fear of dosha. Right? Bhagwan is not worried about kama, krodha and everything. It is jiva who has it. And as jiva, I cannot circumvent it. I cannot just let go of it. You see, I attend Atma Bodha class also. You said Ragecha Sukha Dukkhadi Buddhau Satyam Pravartate. He says that is from Atma standpoint. This Goswamiji is talking from Ahankara standpoint. Right? That Ahankara, which is an appearance, if I don't purify it, then it will keep bothering me. So that is why Goswamiji is giving this advice. And he says, at Jiva level, we should not try to imitate anything of Bhagavan. Either it is Avatara, whatever Leelas Bhagavan has done, it is for taking the mind away. Right? Whatever Leelas Bhagavan did, Leela is never for enacting by a Jiva. He says if you want to emulate, you emulate Bhagavan's Charitra. That Charitra is for emulating. Leela is just for absorbing the mind. Don't mix up both of these things. You'll be in thorough trouble. That Shakatasura, Bhagavan, just kicks it and then the whole thing falls over. Trunavarta came. Bhagavan Rama also, Jayanta came. One blade of grass, it became Brahmastra. He says that is only for doing leenam of this mana, not for emulating. Okay, so that is the other side of what Goswamiji is saying over here. Samarata kahu nahi doshu gosai. Now he gives some beautiful examples. Surasari jala kruta baruni jana kabahuna santa karahi tehi pana. Even if I take water from Gangaji and make alcohol from it, he says no Santa Mahatma is going to say that this is very pure because Ganga water is there. You see the precision of his example. Huh? Then he says, Surasari mile so pavana jaise, isa anisa antaru taise. But that same intoxicant, if it is poured in Gangaji, Gangaji does not get impure. The impurity of this intoxicant, that goes away. Isa anisa antaru taise. He says, this is the difference between Jiva and Ishvara. Means as Jiva, although this Jiva is Amsha of Ishvara, right? That is what we say, right? I am the part, you are the whole at this individual level. Just like that water taken out from Gangaji is the part, Gangaji is the whole. But out of that water, if somebody makes intoxicant, so this Jiva, which is part of Ishvara, in that Jiva, if there are a lot of Kama, Krodha and everything which is there, he says no Santa is going to approve that. Kavahuna Santa Karahitehi Pana. No Santa is going to say, oh, it is Gangaji only, right? Give me. You know, it is so nice. He says no. So these are our Shastriya Siddhantas. Right? That what is the importance given to purity of mind and sadhana. And when we have to study Siddhanta, when Advaita Vedanta Vichara is going on, there we should not mix up this. So now you see very, very clear advice, very clear guidance, Goswamiji is giving all of us. Sambhu Sahaja Samaratha Bhagavana Ehi Vivaha Sababidhi Kalyana. He says, with Bhagwan Shiva, if this Vivaha happens, then everything will be good. Duraradyape ahahi mahesu asu toshapuni kiye kalesu. But Bhagwan Shiva is Duraradya, means he is little difficult to get. But if somebody does tapas, then he is Asutosha. With lot of abhimana, if we go, then Bhagwan is difficult to please. But if somebody is willing to put forth effort on the spiritual path, he says Bhagwan is very easy. Jo tapu kare kumari tumhari bhaviya meti sakahi tripurari. He says, if you are Kumari, that little girl, Parvati ji, if she can do some tapasya, then this prarabdha, whatever I told you, right? Everything will be good. You don't have to worry about who that son-in-law will be. It will be none other than Lord Shiva himself. But only thing is, she should do that tapasya. Means what? If somebody can have that varanam, exclusive choice to know Bhagwan, for that person, even prarabdha becomes ineffective. When this person's mind becomes so strong and that tapasya balam is there, he says no situation can shake this person. So two things I have to do. One is purify my mind, means whatever negative thoughts are there, whatever things that I notice in this mind, put forth effort to stop those sources of inputs. Otherwise, by nature, mind is pure. Gurudev used to give that same example. He used to say, we say clean Gangaji, clean Gangaji. See, Gangaji is pure by herself. She is the melted snow coming from Gaumukh. What could be purer than her? He said, you stop throwing things in Gangaji, she will take care of herself. This mind is also like that. When we say purity of mind, tapasya, first step of that tapasya is being very alert about those inputs which are polluting the mind. What we had seen in Sharanagati, pratikulasya varjanam. That thing which I feel is taking me away from Bhagwan, making me impure. that thing I should stay away from. Now, all sources you can apply, huh? That kind of literature, that kind of conversations, that kind of places. Having gone there, I feel that my purity has taken a hit. This is that things we should be careful about. And the second is doing this Varanam for Bhagavan. Right? Making sure that we offer ourselves to Bhagavan and seek his help. If that much is there, no prarabdha can affect. What makes us weak is those 6 enemies: Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Ahankara. Just those enemies are the ones that make us weak from inside. Weak for what? Weak for facing prarabdha. It is if that can be replaced with Bhagwan's devotion, that person will be very strong. Jadyapi bara aneka jaga mahi, ehi kaha siva taji dusara nahi. Although there are so many people, so many varas are possible for Parvati ji, but other than Lord Shiva, there cannot be another person. Varadayaka Pranatarati Bhanjana. Now, what is the glory of Bhagwan? Actually, Naradji is speaking to whom now? Himavan and Mainaji. But he is actually not speaking to them, he is speaking to Parvati ji. This is Guru Upadesha which is going on, and these are the words that Parvati ji holds on to and considers Naradji as her Guru. So now he is describing to remind her, I am talking about the same Bhagwan, same Lord Shiva whom you know from your previous birth. What is the nature of Bhagwan? He says, Varadayaka. Bhagwan is the one who fulfills all wishes. He is a well-wisher. Pranatarati Bhanjana. But very few people seek his help. Right? So those who seek his help, they are called as Pranatarati. What about those who don't seek? He says, them also Bhagwan only helps. But they are unable to bask in Bhagwan's Krupa while they are going through situations. Right? If somebody was helping me and I did not pay attention to that person who was helping me, he says, while that situation was going on, at that time, I'll be again stressed out. But Pranatarati is the one who knows this fact very clearly, that one who is helping me is none other than Bhagwan. Krupa Sindhu Sevaka Manaranjana. Bhagwan is ocean of compassion. Means what? Whatever negativities might be there, whatever past karmas might be there, nobody is forbidden from going to Bhagwan. Because he is Krupa Sindhu. It is not everybody's cup of tea. Only Bhagwan can have this. This is Krupa Sindhu Sevaka Manaranjana. The one who is devotee of Bhagwan, his mind is always healthy. Prasanna mana he has. Because Bhagwan is sporting in his mind. Ichchita phala binu siva avaradhe lahiyana koti joga japa sadhe. If without having devotion to Bhagwan, somebody does lot of tapasya, yoga, and everything, none of it is possible. Means the actual result what you want, that you will not get. What is the result of tapas? Vedantic tapas is different. If you are fasting, body might have some benefits. But main benefit of tapasya or any yoga for a sadhaka is to have manaprasada. That is, mind should become purer, mind should become happier. That is the real prasada. And that prasada won't come unless we have devotion to Bhagwan. Otherwise, Ravana also did lot of tapasya. But what did he ask? And it's funny, if you just look at what Ravana asked, what did he say? He says, I want to become immortal with this body. Brahmaji said, no, that option is not available. What do you want? He said, okay, if I cannot become immortal, let me die only at the hands of Nara. Except Nara, nobody else should be able to destroy me. Okay, other than human, he says nobody else should be able to destroy me. Means if you just look at the statement, what he has asked after all his tapasya is how to die. And what is the actual result of tapasya that a person could have gotten? He said, you could have gotten Bhagwan. You could have gotten that purity of mind. Instead of that, he asked that boon. So having said this, Asakahi Narada Sumiri Hari, Girijahi Deenha Asisa, Hoihi Yaha Kalyana Abba Samsaya Tajahu Girisa. So having said this, Naradji goes away. He says, do what I have said, O Himavan, everything will be fine. You don't have to worry about what is going to happen to Parvati ji and anything. She is very well taken care of. So as he goes, Maina ji comes. She was also standing there. And she tells Himavan, no, I did not get what he said. He said so many things. I don't think I fully understood it. And this happens, sometimes. What she said, later on we will see. I was in India in one place. I had gone to some Uma's house and good discussion was happening on some Vedantic topic, and they had asked something and we had a lot of discussion. Amma was also sitting next to me, and she was very keenly watching, what is he saying, what is the other person saying. Then Viksha was served, we went inside, and while she was serving, she made one statement. She said, Somji, whatever you discussed outside, everything was very nice, but nothing I understood. So then I was wondering, is it a compliment she's telling, or in what way she's saying? So Mainaji also says the same thing. She says, whatever Naradji says, Nathana mai samujhe muni baina. Whatever he said, I did not understand what he said. And previously she had said, it was very good. Whatever he has said is sadhu vachanam. So now you will see what is the Varna Shuddhi of Himavan and Mainaji. Okay, so that we will see next time. We'll do a Nama Sankirtan now. Aganita Gunagana Bhushana Rama, Ashrita Vatsala Jaya Jaya Rama, Ayodhyavasi Sita Rama, Apad Bandhava Jaya Jaya Rama, Dasharatha Nandana Shri Rama, Dashamukha Mardana Jaya Jaya Rama, Kausalya Sukhavardhana Rama, Kamita Phalada Jaya Jaya Rama, Papa Vimochana Shri Rama, Pathavi Rama Jaya Jaya Rama, Janaki Vallabha Sita Rama, Jaya Raghu Rama, Jaya Sita Rama, Vana Sevita Shri Rama, Varidhi Vandana Jaya Jaya Rama, Hanumat Pujita Sita Rama, Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama, Raghupati Raghava Raja Rama, Patita Pavana Sita Rama, Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama, Siyavar Ramachandra Ki Jai, Sadguru Ram